It's top of the hour, and it's time for Making a Difference. On this program, we explore people in our community and the difference that they are making in other people's lives. I'm your host, CJ Metcalfe, and today we are going to examine seniors. We are looking at Chelsea Place, and we are looking at a convention that is coming up for seniors, and everyone will want to hear about this convention because you do need to register. So we'll get into that later on in the program. But meanwhile, I would like for you to welcome my guest today, Amie Conti. She is the Senior Resource Specialist at Chelsea Place. And Amie, welcome to the show. It is just a joy to see you. I always love seeing you. You're so ambitious.
CJ. Thank you so much for having me, and it's great to see you as well. It's been a little while with everything that's going on, but we're kind of getting back to the norm, at least I hope. So I really appreciate you having me on the show today.
Well, go ahead and introduce yourself and position at Chelsea Place.
Okay, so Amie Conti, and we'll explain all the boxes in the background later. I am the Senior Resource Specialist for Chelsea Place Senior Care, and Chelsea Place has an assisted living, a senior daytime care and activity center, as well as private duty home care. So there's something for everyone, and my title is Senior Resource Specialist, because what we do at Chelsea Place, especially if we cannot help a family or an individual, we're going to make sure we refer them in the right direction. Because with us, it's not just a business, we truly care. So we help them on their journey, find the right steps they need to take, because unfortunately, a lot of people don't know which way to go. And we also try to help people be proactive, rather than waiting till an emergency situation where they have to scatter around. I need this, I need this, I need that. Well, let us help you in the right direction so it'll be an easier journey for you.
You all seem to be so personable in what you do. Let me ask, is Chelsea Place a franchise or is it privately owned?
Okay, so right now, so Chelsea Place Assisted Living, Chris Chana and his wife Chelsea started with the assisted living several years ago in our community. He has a really nice story to tell. I don't remember all the words, but him and his wife were newlyweds who actually lived at the assisted living. And our assisted living is it's a smaller assisted living. It's more personalized. So it resembles a Key West style bed and breakfast, because all of Chelsea Place's theme is blues and, all different kinds of blues and the ocean and the beach, because they're very soothing to people. And it doesn't matter how old or young you are, who doesn't like the beach, but in air conditioning. So they started the assisted living. We have 12 rooms there, but we're licensed for 14 people because 2 of our rooms are large enough suites that you can fit 2 people in them, but they have to be married. We don't put strangers in a room. And you're going to get home cooked meals. You're going to get assistance if you need with showers and medication. And we bring people to doctor appointments. But you're also going to get your independence as much as you can handle. We're that helping hand. And what's great also is that part of our rent includes going over to our daytime activity center 2 to 3 days a week. And that place is amazing. I mean, our assisted living is wonderful, but our senior center is a place where people can go who might be sitting at home doing nothing, watching TV all day. There's no socialization. Somebody might be caring for a loved one and they need some respite time. They need to run errands or just, some time to themselves. They can bring people there for a half a day or a full day. We actually offer a free pass the first time. And it's a day filled of cognitive, social, and physical activities without it being overwhelming as well.
I hear the food that you serve over there is just like over the top. Do you have a chef or somebody that prepares that?
Wait, at our center or our assisted living?
So it is two separate facilities.
Yes, they are two separate ones. So at our assisted living, it's not the facility type food, they're home cooked meals. And when you walk into the building, you smell it. It smells divine. And we do activities there as well, but you're not going to get activities throughout the whole day because we're busy doing people's wash, cleaning their room. We take people to their doctor's appointments. This is all included. Activities do happen. Plus, Chris and his wife, Chelsea, just installed a beach last year. There's no water yet, but in our backyard, we have sand and chairs and palm trees. They redid the landscaping. It's beautiful. And anybody, whether you're looking for assisted living or maybe in the future or just want a tour, you're welcome to call me directly and I'd be more than happy to tour you.
Hey,
so that's huge. Yeah, we can definitely do a pool. So what's great also is when people come out to breakfast, for instance, we know, say, okay, CJ, you're living with us, right? So CJ, would you like a cup of coffee today? We're still going to ask you, but because it's more personalized, we know what you like in your coffee. So you're going to, it's your home. You're going to get your independency, but it's not like your typical, no offense, because sometimes people want this, an assisted living with 100 rooms. It's smaller, it's more personalized, and it's like nothing you've seen before. Then you can go over to our center, and we cannot cook at the center because of licensing. We just have heating trays. So we do get our lunch from Joseph's Deli in town, which is amazing. And our members get hot food, soup, salads. It's not just a cold sandwich. We have parties for every single occasion and even ones that don't exist. And if somebody, we might have people that are more independent or people who need more help. So we make the puzzle fit. We have lots of people to help. And I'm just going to tell you something. If you're not having a great day, you just go in there, even as a visitor, like me, I might just get like a little overstressed. Not that happens much. I go in there and my whole world just lights up. Between the members, the staff, what's going on, it is actually, like I said, sometimes it's better than medicine. We're seeing a difference in people's lives.
Did you say what is your capacity at the senior assisted living?
At the assisted living, we can have 14 people. We're licensed for it, but we have 12 rooms. So for instance, if a husband and wife wants to move in, we can put them in a suite. All our rooms are basically different setups because years and years ago it was a house and somebody bought it and made it into assisted living. And then Chris and Chelsea just upgraded over the years. They still upgrade. They are amazing at what they do. So we have the assisted living. We have Chelsea Place Senior Daytime Center as well, where people can go just for the day. We're open 6 days a week. And we used to have live music every day, but we stepped back on that because of COVID. So now we're slowly bringing that back. But when there's not live music, our activity directors, they're their own music themselves. Linda and Kenya do an amazing job, and all our staff. And we even supply transportation. So.
This is amazing. Now, since it is a smaller, in comparison, a smaller facility, what is your staff to resident ratio?
Well, people do ask that, and it just depends on how many people are in-house, because unfortunately some people might not be there. They might be, maybe they had some surgery, so they're at a rehabilitation center. People ask, what's your staff to resident ratio? But it actually, and I just found this out, is based on hours. So to make a long story short, we're always overstaffed, basically, because we have our administrator there, we have an assistant, and then we usually, there's like at least 2 to 4 other people in-house, because some might be sitting with somebody for private duty, or whatever the case is. But we do have somebody there overnight. It is staffed 24/7, and we have an in-house doctor who can come do house calls. We have an in-house pharmacy, which people do not, they are welcome to use their own doctor, and we'll take them to doctor appointments as long as it's in Charlotte County. But we bring these amenities to our residents, so when their families visit, they can spend quality time together instead of running over to a doctor or running to the food store or running in an errand, because we even get them whatever they need at the store.
If people wanted to find out more about what we're talking about today, is there a website they can go to? Can they reach out to you personally? If so, how would they go about that?
Okay, so everybody is welcome to visit our website, which is www.chelseaplacecare.com. You're welcome to email me at ACONTI, it's Amie Conti, at chelseaplacecare.com. Our main line is 941-676-3411, but that would be a prompt where you would have to hit a number for our center, our home care, our daytime center, our assisted living, even careers. We were always looking for good people, actively hiring. And when I say good people, good hearts, but there's a little, we had did a video on our leadership team. So the big joke is, I'm Amie Conti, and you can call me anytime, in which my cell phone is my personal and business cell phone. You are welcome. Anybody can call me at 941-787-0687. And again, if you're not, maybe we're not the right fit for what you're looking for. Maybe you want a place that has a real swimming pool, or you want a place that does have 100 rooms, or whatever the case is. I've been working in this community with seniors and their families. I don't like to say how many years, but I will. It's over 15 years now, only because it kind of shows my age, but it's all good. And I don't know everything, but I have a lot of great referrals, a lot of community relationships, and I would be more than happy if you're looking for something else that's senior related. I'll be more than happy to give you that referral. And all I ask for is a smile. There's no fee for that at all. It's simply my pleasure, and my employers, who I am grateful for, allow me to do that.
That is just awesome. Awesome. Now, about you, my dear, I know you are well known in the community for, my goodness, all your outreaches. Describe some of the things that you're involved with, including that winning cook-off that I saw you at the convention center when Chelsea Place took first place. Yay!
Yay, Chelsea Place. Well, and I just want to let you know too, CJ, before I do, we do have private duty home care where people can stay at home and we can help run errands for them and help them at home. That's just our home care, and they can call me about that as well, because we didn't hit on that. But as far as I go, first of all, I have to give kudos to our assisted living, because they were the ones who cooked the food and got us to win first place. I just do the outreach and support. So we have a wonderful staff with Chelsea Place. So we fall under Chelsea Place Senior Care, and we have staff for all of our departments. So as far as I go, I have been very blessed, and I appreciate it very much, of working in a great community and just developing myself as a senior resource specialist so I can be that referral source for people. And I'm very humble, believe it or not. It is not about Amie Conti. It's about what I can do for seniors and their families. And again, I'm grateful to Chelsea Place for allowing me to do that. So yes, I am involved in a lot of things, only because of the community. This community is amazing. The Chambers of Commerce, Charlotte County Chamber, Punta Gorda Chamber, whenever I can volunteer. Whenever Chelsea Place can support, whether it's giving a donation to the Homeless Coalition or a gift basket for a fundraiser that CARE, the Center for Abuse and Rape Emergencies, is doing. The Top Chef we did. I'm trying to think. I even helped do a woman's build for Habitat for Humanity years ago with the Punta Gorda Chamber. There's lots of senior groups I'm involved in, and one I'm very, very passionate about is the Alzheimer's Association. Just unfortunately, a lot of our clients have Alzheimer's, and it's a horrible disease. And I've been a facilitator for a support group, in town for over 10 years, and then actively support the Alzheimer's Walk as well. I used to be a committee member, but sometimes when you're doing something for a long time, and sometimes take a step back, support, give somebody else a chance, and then try to reach new avenues. And it's also, I could be a referral source. So, but it's not about Amie. It's about you. It's about the people. Because there's so much good out there that you can share and help people along their journey.
That is why you and I connect so well, because that is the attitude I carry with my work with the veterans in the area. So
and kudos. That's so amazing. CJ, as far as the veterans go, I was blessed. I think it was 2 years ago, almost, right before the year before COVID, or maybe 3. I got to go on the honor flight to Washington, and wow, that was just amazing. Mine, and I'm sure your dear friend Anne Marie, who has passed since. I've known her for when I first started in this community. And we worked for the same company, but different locations. We were both activity directors. This is way back in the beginning of my career here. And once she got involved in that, she kept telling me, you got to go. You got to go. Come on, we got to get you on that plane. And there was always a reason why I couldn't make it. And then I finally was able to. And it was what a gift she gave me to get me to be able to be on that flight. And then, God rest her soul, she passed away a few months later. So I don't want to get teary-eyed. But I'm so thankful of that, because I got to go. She got to see me go, and it meant so much. And what you do and what people do for the veterans in our community, kudos to you. That's why I try to volunteer where I can as well. You guys, you're amazing.
What Amie is talking about, the honor flight, how she went, is I've got to give a little plug here for it. People can go as a guardian. Each veteran is assigned what they call a guardian, who escorts him and spoils him from the get-go, from the moment they arrive until they come home that night. And it is an honor to honor those who have served, and it is just such a heart-touching experience. So you can find out about Honor Flight by googling Honor Flight, and they take you to your local area. Now, Amie, I hear that there is a senior information event coming up at the convention center. Tell us what is going on there and where we can get information about that.
Okay, and that's why I have all these boxes behind me, because this is some of our storage. I'm actually out of our home care office right now in Punta Gorda. This is where I base myself. So the Senior Care Conference, Saturday, June 12th, at the Charlotte Harbor Event Center right here in Punta Gorda. Free tickets. You must register. And you can register if you can see the flyer. It's 941-677-7233, or go to www.seniorsource.com. This is not a health fair. Yes, we are going to have vendors there with information on everything, anything, and things you didn't even know were out there related to senior care. So what happened was we were doing some small seminars at our senior daytime center in the evening, and the attendance was very large. People were hungry for information. We had, like for instance, we had elder lawyers come and speak, guardianship, veterans benefits, and quite a few other things, pre-needs. And people's response to this were just amazing. They were so hungry for this information. So Christiana said, let's take this on the road and go big. And boy, did we go big. So we originally were supposed to have this event last March, and we had well over 500 people, if not more, signed up. And we had to make the decision only a few days before to postpone the event because of COVID. Once Chris saw like the NBA and all those sports teams were shutting down, he's like, we got to shut this down, especially for the people who are attending. They might not necessarily be just senior citizens, but, you know, we'd be defeating the purpose of the way we care about people if we were to put on this event. And believe it or not, this was like right in the middle of the COVID. People were disappointed we were canceling this, but for their safety, we had to make that decision. So now we have the relaunch, and yes, we're going to be having less attendees, but we still have tickets available. The thing is, people will be able to watch us if they're out of state or not able to make it on YouTube, on all 3 of our Facebook pages. And then we will have information where they can watch it at a later date. But we are going to have, I'm not going to give away all the secrets, but we will have the Alzheimer's Association speaking. We will have Dr. Montoya, who is a local neurologist, speaking on Parkinson's. We're going to have Dr. Amy Meller, who will be speaking on Alzheimer's, and Dr. Luano. We have doctors in town who are going to be speaking. We have elder lawyers. We have independent, assisted living, memory care, veterans benefits, Medicare versus Medicaid, financial planning, and so much more. I would like to thank, though, if it's okay, our title sponsor is Fawcett Memorial Hospital. They are just amazing with their support for the community, and Chelsea Place, because we're actually doing this through our nonprofit, which is called Senior Source. And if it wasn't for our sponsors, we couldn't put on this free event. And we also have Life Care Center of Punta Gorda. We have Lexington Manor Assisted Living, Millennium Physician Group, and it just goes on and on and on. It's 8 to 5. It's not going to be boring. You're not going to be sitting in a room all day falling asleep. We're going to have our main room speakers. We're going to have breakout times for vendors. We're going to have breakout sessions for, you might want to listen to financial planning, but I might want to listen to private duty home care. Free lunch, some music, prizes, lots of prizes. And it's just not going to be your typical health fair where people just walk in and out, no offense, because I do those, and get for the free pens. You're going to get information and go home with more information than you could ever dream of, so you will be proactive and not have to worry until an emergency having to find this information. And trust me, you'll need it. Unfortunately, we all are going to need this.
Unfortunately, we are out of time, and we have given the information where you can both reach out to Chelsea Place and the senior care conference that's going on. This video is on YouTube under Making a Difference. So, you know, if you missed out on anything, check the WKDW site. You can look it up and watch the video and get more information. So, Amie, it sounds like we're going to have you back on. Yep, you're just so full of information. But I want to thank you for being here today. Thank you for bringing this information to the community, because you definitely make a difference in people's lives. So thank you, my dear.
Thank you, CJ. Thank you for having me today. And it's those people who are making a difference in my life. So I appreciate it. I'm grateful. And thank you so much for having me on today. Hope to see you all at the event. Don't forget to register.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.